tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May Triple Gem bless you all. It's nice to meet you again. I assume that you could remember the part three of the part one and two of the copper destruction and the or Ian destruction and the Ian reformation, where I explained to you and I described to you how to copper destruction owing to the fire. I assume that you can remember this copper destruction by fire. Today, we resume again from the from the after copper destruction by fire, and from that point, let's start again today. Now you know from the appearance of Ian destruction black cloud up to the disappearance of the fire totally, disappearance of the fire totally from the world. That means it burnt everything up to the Abhasara Brahma world. And that is one incalculable year. That is one incalculable year. You can, incalculable year means that is the Asankhya Kappa. That is one Asankhya Kappa. And then you have, thereafter again, then at the end of the long period of time, not the very little period, long period of time, again huge cloud arise. Huge cloud rises in the sky. And at first it rains gently and it increased gradually up to heavier deluge, floods. Uh, so it's so it rains down upon all burnt areas of the fire in 100,000 and 100,000 into 10 million world cycles, and that rain disappears. Now, immediately after that, wind, wind forces, wind like forces rise up and compact this water beneath and all around as well and make rounds. Like, when the water drops in the lotus leaf, how water drops forms when the water drops into the lotus leaf. In this way, this now you have only water from the Abhasara Brahma world uh, up to the end of the our what called the hell, end of the hell. That means up to the Avicii. Avicii now no nothing in the world. Up to that you have water only in 100,000 into 10 million world cycles. You have water only, and then uh, that water compacts by the winds immediately after the after this huge deluge. Only now you have winds forces, or winds mean that is the force to compact the water level. And then how do the winds compact? Um, how do the how that how do the wind compact and compress this great mass of water? It mentioned in Atakatha by making gaps. By making gaps. That means for the wind, water makes gaps in it here and there. And then the compacted water gradually descends down. That means this compacted water means that that is heavier now. This compacted water is heavier now. And now then the water being compressed by the wind, compacted, reduced, and gradually subsides. As it sinks or descends, the lower Brahma world reappears in the former place, in its former place. Now you know uh, from the Abhasara Brahma world up to the first Brahma realm, what is called Brahma Parisajya, Brahma Purohita, and Mahabrahma. This is the first Brahma plane, that is one plane. But three world, that is one plane. That plane is formed when the water sinks from the Abhasara Brahma world. And in this way, lower Brahma plane is established. And then when the water sinks or descends further down, thereafter you have our six Kamavachara Deva world. Those are the Brahma world. The first Brahma, after reforming the first Brahma world, you have thereafter you have we have another slide. I will show you, and thereafter you have uh, mm, your when the water sinks down, our Paranimita Vasavati Deva plane reformed, where um, it places in the former time, and Nimmanarati, and then Nimmanarati Deva world form, and then thereafter further down you have Tusita Deva world, it also formed, and Yama Deva world form. Like that, four divine world reappear in their former planes. Now I will show you how it forms. Uh, Now when it has sunk to the former earth level, very strong winds than before. Very strong winds. Winds mean the forces arise and suddenly stop, and hold it stationary, like the water in the water pot when the outlet covered by a lid. In this way, uh, you have water in the earth level. Now what happened at the fresh sweet water gets used up mean here winds make wind make compress the water. uh, this water gets used up, essential humus make its appearance on it. Essential humus mean, you know uh, now, for example, I will explain here. Now this water el- uh, you know water element cannot exist alone. So water mean eight rupa kalapa, eight types of rupa kalapa, eight types of paramatha rupa. For example, earth element, water element, wind element, fire element, and color, odor, flavor, and nutritive essence. Or we can say patavi, apo, tejo, vaya, vanna, gandha, rasa, oja. These things are the water element. Now what happened? Water, not only water element, water is the predominant here. Now, what happened with these eight types of group materiality? What happened with this force wind? now earth element become prominent. The earth element become prominent. So therefore, when the water gets used up by the wind, then the essential humor makes its appearance on it. That is the procedure here. And this essential humors possesses attractive color, smell, and taste, like a surface film on milk rice when it dries up. In this way, you you have essential humors uh, around essential humor on the top of the earth. Okay, and then another slide. Now you need to understand here, if you can remember this thing. Now I explain only Paranimita Vasavati after having formation of the after having formed the Paranimita Vasavati Deva plane and Nimanarati Deva plane and Tusita Deva plane and the Yama Deva plane uh, further down. And this Tavatinsa Deva plane and you can see this is the Chatumaharajika Deva plane. Chatumaharajika Deva plane and the Tavatinsa Deva plane still not formed. Why? It is related to the earth. Now earth is forming now. At the moment earth is forming. So therefore, these except these Tavatinsa Deva plane and the Chatumaharajika Deva plane, other all four Deva plane are formed now. You know, in the top of the Mount Meru or Sineru Mountain, on the top of the Sineru Mountain only you have Tavatinsa Deva plain, that is 10,000 leagues, 10,000 leagues. And then halfway of the this Sineru Mountain, that means 4,200, 4,200 42,000 yojan, or the 42,000 leagues. Halfway of that, you have Chatumaharajika Deva plain on the top of the Yugandhara mountain range. Okay, this whatever this dark is the Yugandhara mountain range. So in this way, sorry. Now still we don't at the moment also you don't have this Sineru mountain, and therefore Sineru mountain and the other mountain ranges, even Himalaya also not formed at the moment. So therefore you don't have this Tavatinsa and the Chatumaharajika Deva plain in the world still. Now only earth is forming. Okay, now see, you can remember this thing from the I again describe the from the Nevasanya Nasanya. So you see the rams are there, plains or rams, and the Nevasanya Nasanya Yajvana rams, that mean that is the Arupa Brahma world. And then you have Akinchanyayatana below the 5,500,000 8,000 yojan. Below the 5,508,000 yojana, you have Akinchanyayatana world. And below again 5,508,000 yojana, you have Vinyananchayatana Brahma world. That is also Arupa Brahma world. And again you have 5,508,000 yojana below. You have Akasananchayatana, the Brahma world. That is also Arupa Brahma world. They don't possess a materiality, or they don't possess the form or the gross body. They don't gross or subtle body. They don't have. And then you have Akanita Brahma world. That is the Rupa Brahma world. Akanita, same yojana below, and you have Sudasi. And below, same yojana below, you have Sudasa. And then Atappa, Aviha. Like these are the Suddhavas, those where you have Anagami and Arahant only. Anagami and Arahant only. This is the fine material Brahma world. And then you have Vehapala Brahma world and Asanya Sattva. Vehapala Brahma world and the Asanya Sattva. In the Asanya Sattva, that beings don't have any mind and the mental factor. They only have their gross, their body only. They only have their body. And Vehapala, but they have five aggregate. They have materiality aggregate as well as the four mental aggregates also. And below the same level, mean 5,508,000 yojana below, you have Parita Subha, Apamana Subha, and Subhakinna. Uh, that means that is the third jhana plane, and below the same yojana, you have Paritaba, Apamanaba, and Abhasra. There is the second jhana plane, and you know, from the fire up to that level, uh, our world destruction occur by the fire, 7 times by the fire. That is the Mahakappa Vinasa anyway. Uh, Now you have first Brahma plane below the same yojana. Below the same yojana, you have that means 5,508,000 yojana. Below you have Brahma Parisajya, Brahma Purohita, and Mahabrahma. The first Brahma plane. Now, when the water sinks down with the compacted water sinks down, this Brahma plane is formed. This Brahma Parisajya, Brahma Purohita, and Mahabrahma plane, that's the same plane. All these three worlds are in the same plane. Those Brahma world are formed thereafter. And when the Paranimita Vasavarti, it comes to the Paranimita Vasavarti, again you have 5,508,000 yojana below is the Paranimita Vasavarti Deva plane. This is the Deva plane, Kamavachara Deva. And thereafter you have 42,000 yojana below, you have Nimmanarati. And yeah, again 42,000 below yojana, you have Tusita, sorry, Tusita Deva plane, and you have same Yojana below, you have Yama, and up to that only now world forms. Up to that only, Yama only. Because why? Still our earth has not formed yet, so therefore you don't have Tavatinsa Deva plane and the Chatumaharajika Deva plane. I think you are very good understanding here. Otherwise, you cannot understand furthermore. Okay, now now what happened? Then the beings who were reborn first in the Abhasara Brahma world, they die there. That means they got their death there and reappear in the earth because of the finishing of their lifespan or uh, diminishing their merits. Those are the two reasons: finishing of their lifespan and diminishing of their merits. Therefore, the first Abhasara Brahma beings, that means Abhasara Brahma, first reborn, and they die and they now they reborn in the earth. You see, now they are self-luminous. Self-luminous mean because of they came from the Abhasra Brahma world and they still have some power. They are self-luminous. Some power mean jhana power. They have jhana power. So therefore they are self-luminous. And they have joy consumed. They don't have any food in the earth. So therefore what is their food is their joy in the Brahma, sorry, in the jhana, you have joy. Vitakka, vichara, piti. Piti mean the joy. Vitakka, or the initial application, and sustained application, joy, happiness, and the happiness and the one pointers. Those are the five jhana factor in the first Devarim, and you have joy. Joy mean the piti. Now they have joy consumed. Joy is their food, and they wander in the sky. They are not coming down to the earth. They wander in the sky, and they live in this way for long time. In this way, mean they wander in the sky, joy consumed and self-luminous. They in this condition they live for long time. And then a certain being among them, what does he do is who develop greedy thinking, who develop greedy thinking, and and then he is curious about what this would be, and what this would be mean. Now they are seeing the essential humors forming in the on the earth, because they are in the sky. They are seeing that the essential humors forming in the earth. So now one being is very greedy, and what this would be like thinking and taking this essential humor by finger and filmed on the tongue. And what happened then, his mind is overcome by craving, and others too follow him, and they also overcome, they also did the same thing. They also sorry, they also film this humor by taking the finger on the tongue. So therefore they are also overcome by the craving. Now what happened because of this craving growing or developing of this craving, now they are pretty much busy in making lumps of humus, essential humus, to eat in greedy way. Because of this craving, their self-luminosity vanishes. Uh, Now, they are self-luminous, joy consumed, and wander in the sky. Now, their self-luminous vanishes. Then the surface become dark because of their self-luminosity. Only uh, they have mm, they don't have dark. They have light, but now no light. When they see the darkness, they get frightened, very much frightened. And then the sun disk appears, which is 50 leagues across, and this sun emits sharp light. This sun emits sharp light, and here, because of this sun appear, they are delighted to see it and think it, think and say in this way. Now we have light. It has appeared in order to allay our fears and gives us courageous. Courageous means Surya Bhava is the courageous for the courage. Courage is the Surya Bhava in Pali. So let it be called Surya. Let it be called Surya. Surya means the sun. Now, so they name it as sun. Now the sun gives light for day and it gets sets thereafter. Day on the day on the day it gives the light and sets thereafter. Again they are frightened and thinks in this way. Again because now they don't have light and they are in the dark situation. So therefore again they are frightened and thinks we have lost the light that what we had. They think how nice if we had another light. Now as if knowing their thoughts, the moon disk appears with radiant light. That moon is 49 leagues across, and on seeing it, they become more delight. They say it had appeared, seeming as if it knew our desire. Desire is the chanda. So let it be called moon or chanda. Chanda is the moon. Because desire is the Chanda. Now, because of Chanda, of their desire, because of their desire, seeming as if it knew our desire like thing, so therefore they called it as sun, sorry, moon, Chanda. So they ultimately name it as the moon. Now, after the appearance of the sun and the moon, stars appears in with their constellation. With their constellation, constellation mean a star constellation of Orion-like thing. Orion-like thing, uh, uh, some shapes. Stars gives some stars get together and gives the some shape that is the constellation. After that, night and day are made known. All the time, month, half month, season, and year also are made known. On the day the moon and sun appear, now what happened? Now, here, now earth is formed. Earth is formed. So, therefore, after the sun and moon appear, on the day moon and sun appear, the Mount Meru and related mountain ranges. That means you have, Mount Meru or what called the Mahameru mountain, Mahameru mountain or Mount Meru, and related mountain ranges mean you have seven mountain ranges in the around the Mahameru mountain, and thereafter you at the same time Mount Everest also or Himalaya, Mount Everest or the Himalaya with related 84,000 mountain ranges. If you don't know, Himalaya or the Mount Everest has uh, they have it has 40 84,000 mountain ranges. Those also appears, and they appears on the full moon day, neither before nor after. On the full moon day. How they appear in this way. Buddha mentioned a simile, how they appear. Now you think, suppose millet is cooking. Millet or rice is cooking. Right? Millet, millet or the rice is, somebody is cooking rice. And now what happened? You have water and bubble arise. Bubbles arise. They simultaneously, some parts are dome. Then, when the bubbles arises, some parts are domes, some parts have hollow, and some parts are flat on the rice or on the millet. In this way, there are mountain in dome areas and seas or the ocean in hollow areas and continents and the islands in the flat areas. In this way, this mountain and the continents and the islands are formed as well as ocean. This is the way how this mountain and other thing arise. And then as these beings consume this essential humor, now they are making lumps of essential humors. Gradually, some become handsome and some become ugly because of their past karma. And handsome ones despise and humiliate or mocks the other ugly ones. And then what happened? Due to their contempt, the others, essential humors now vanishes because now they consume this essential human for long time, not the same very short time, long time they consume this essential humors and vanishes. Because vanishes, why vanishes? Not only they are consummation, that vanishes because of their greedy and the contempt, their contempt of the others. That means they despise others, they humiliate others, they mock others. So therefore, because of that reason, the essential humus vanishes. And then mushroom arises in appears from the soil. That mushroom called ahichattaka. That mushroom called ahichattaka, uh, they automatically appears from the soil, and then that disappears in the same way. In the same way, mean what way? The handsome one despise, humiliate, and the marks the other ugly ones. So therefore, that mushroom also disappear. Here you want to know this mushroom. They consume this mushroom. This mushroom also possess attractive color, odor, and flavor. Like the ghee and what called the fresh butter. Ghee and fresh butter. Okay, in this way, uh, you have mushroom. Then, when this superb mushroom vanished because of their conceit, and then the creeper, what is called badalata in Pali, badalata, that badalata appeared thereafter. These creepers are also having best color, best smell, and best taste. They consume this for a long time and lived because of this consuming this mushroom. They thereafter they lived, and their body after taking this mushroom, um, actually before taking this mushroom, they take uh, sorry this before this taking the mushroom, they take the essential humor, and because of the essential humors and then mushroom, their body become gross now. Now before that, they can fly on the sky. Now they don't have that ability. Now they are gross, body become gross, and they now consume this badalata creeper. This badalata creeper also, you have best color and smell, taste, and therefore their body become more and more gross than before. Now skin vary in complexion, vary in skin complexion. Again, colorful ones despise and humiliate the others. Because of this conceit of them, now Badalata creeper also disappeared. Now, again, thereafter, they need to eat. Now, what happened? Rice without husk appear in the earth. That ripens without tilling or plowing. You don't need to prepare the land, and you don't need to till the land. You don't need to plow the land, and automatically they are growing. That rice, anyway, a clean, sweet smelling rice. When they when they take the rice from the from rice growing in the evening for lunch, and the next day again this rice grows up and ripens. If they take morning, then the evening in the evening again rice grows and ripens. Not like nowadays paddy, and that day paddies are like were like that, and they consume rice for a long time. uh, Now body become more and more gross, various skin color, um, also they have. And then next what happened, how they consume this rice, and vessel appear, right? Vessels appear because of their karma. Vessels appear, and these beings put the rice into the vessels. And now this now you want to cook this rice, and how to cook? They put on the top of the stones. Now spontaneously the flame appears by that stones and cook it. And cooked rice resembles the jasmine flower, like jasmine flower. It has no need to so curries, because according to their desire of the taste, rice gives that taste. If you want to have some particular taste, that rice gives that taste. That is according to their karma, it happened. Okay, then what happened when they eat this rice? Now urine and feces appear in them. Now, if you have urine or feces, you want to put them out. Then the orifices break open in the body to let this excreme this feces and urine out. And then if the if the beings were male before Abhasara Brahma lives, before Abhasara Brahma lives, if they are if they were male, to them male sex appear, and for the female sex appear. And now male, female got the males, and the male got the female for a long time in the day and night. That means in stupid way they are gawking. Owing to this gawking, what happened for a long time, they are gawking for a long time, and hot sense desire arises in them after they practice sexual intercourse. And then for their over practice of this evil thing, they are censured and punished by the wise. Wise also they are, right? And not only the evil bodies, wise bodies also there. So they build how thereafter they build houses for the purpose of concealing this evil action. And then what happened when they live in the houses? Then eventually they fall into laziness, sluggishness, and they make stores of food because now you have rice and everything. They are rice, only rice. They store the food now. As soon as they do that, that means because of the craving, or everything happen. As soon as they do that, the rice become enclosed in husk. Now, no rice like without husk rice disappear. Now rice enclosed with the husk. Now they are no longer grow again of itself in the places where it was reaped, no longer appear there. And now what happened thereafter? Thereafter they meet together and bemoan the fact. What way this rice become husk rice. Evil, now they think in this way. Evil has surely made its appearance change. Now rice become without husk become husk rice. So therefore, among beings formerly we were mind made. They think in this way. Now the joy consumed. We don't need any food. We consume the joy in the jhana. So now that also we don't have. Self-luminous we were in the beginning and wonder in the sky. Now everything has lost. Everything has lost now. Now what happened thereafter? They discuss in this way, and after that they set up the boundaries. They set up the boundaries, and then some man takes up the other portion by stealing. And then what happened? The others rebuke him twice. They rebuke him. At the third time, they come to blast over with fist, clods, and sticks, and taking everything they blast out to the one who steal the others' properties. When the stealing and censuring, not only one person, many person do this. When stealing, censuring, lying, and restoring to the violence and the like thing have happened in this way, they meet together and suggest in this way. Suppose we elect a person who would reprove those who should be reproved, and those he would censure he should censure those who should be censured. He should banish those who should be banished. And let's keep now how we keep him. Let's keep him supplied with the portion of rice. Supplied with the portion of rice, we keep him in this way. And when the now that discussion also going on with them. And when the people had come to that agreement in the eon, in this eon, firstly our Buddha or our Bhagava himself was then the Bodhisattva, who was most handsomest. He's the most handsomest one and more attractive and most honorable and was cleverer, capable of, now he is capable of despising the people when needs, appreciating people when needs. So he has such type of ability at that time also. Now, and then what happened? They approached him and requested him and elected him. Ultimately, they elected him. Since now, uh, since he was recognized, now what happened? Uh, Now he was elected by them. Since he was recognized, therefore it calls sammata. Recognized means he was recognized as their leader like. So therefore it called in Pali it is sammata. Sammata. By the majority of people, he was elected and recognized in this way. So the majority of people, what is called Mahajana. So therefore he was called Mahasammata. He was called Buddha, the Bodhisattva called Mahasammata. And again, since he was Lord of the field, that means Ketta. Field means Ketta in the Pali, was called Khattiya. Khattiya clan forms in this way. He promotes the others righteously and equitably. That means he promotes the others righteously and equitably, what is called Ranjeti. Ranjeti. Ranjeti is the word. So with this Ranjeti word, now, so he was a king, Raja. Ranjeti become Raja, Raja, right? Raja is the noun. From this Ranjeti word, Raja formed. So therefore, he was a king now. He was the king. This is how he come to be known by these three names, what is called Mahasammata, Satya, and Raja, like king. Those three things, our Bodhisattva was addressed by those three things, Mahasammata, Satya, and Raja, like thing. And then what happened? Bodhisattva is the first man concerned in any wonderful innovation. So therefore, what is called Acharyan Tana. Acharyan Tana, wonderful innovation. He is the first man in the world because they elected him in this way. So after the Katya circle has been established by making Bodhisattva the first in this way, then the Brahman and other castes were founded in due course. And so the time duration from the appearance of the moon and sun up to the reappearance of the great cloud of the eon destruction is called Vivattattai Kappa. Vivattattai Kappa. That means what supersedes the expansion. That means fully formed Kappa. Now we have fully formed Kappa in this way. That means from the duration duration from the appearance of the moon and suns up to the reappearance of the great cloud of eon destruction. That is the Vivattattai Kappa. Now, thereafter, in the Vivattattai Kappa only you have Buddha, Pacheka Buddha. Buddha means Samma Sambuddha here. Vivattattai Kappa only you have Buddha, Pacheka Buddha, that means solitary Buddha, and Buddha Savaka. Buddha Savaka means you have Buddha Savaka mean Agga Savaka, Mahasavaka, and other Arahant and other Anagami, Sakadagami, Sotapanna, and not only that, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika also. Here, Buddha Savaka mean actually Agga Savaka, Mahasavaka, and the other Arahanta are the Buddha Savaka. All Arya people are the Buddha Savaka. And again, Chakravarti Raja, or universal monarchs, arises to the world in this fully formed eon only. You have other three eons. That means you have Sangvatta, Sangvattattai, Vivatta. Those three eons, you don't have these type of good people. You don't have, or bad people also. You don't have. Only in the fully formed eon only you have them, and they arises in non-void kappa only. And non-void kappa mean again this vivattathai kappa. Vivattathai kappa, you have asunya kappa. Asunya mean uh, non-void. That means if you have Buddha, Pachega Buddha, Buddha Savaka, and Chakravarti Saja, that is what is called asunya kappa or asunya year, not in the void kappa. Void kappa mean you don't have those type of Buddha's Pacheka Buddha or Buddha Savaka, Chakravati Raja like people. You don't have in the void kappa. That is what is called sunya kappa. So asunya kappa or non-void kappa, only this kappa bears the Buddhas, Pacheka Buddha and Buddha Savaka and Chakravati Raja. That is very important to keep in mind. And Sunya Kappa, or the empty eon, or the Kappa, what happened now? We have Sunya Kappa as well as Asunya Kappa. In the Sunya Kappa, that Kappa doesn't bear the above people, above person, possessing merits and virtues. Merits and virtues. That means at that time, if you don't have Buddha and the Pacheka Buddha, or the Buddha Savaka, Chakravarti Raja like persons, that means that kappa is like every evil thing is going on in that kappa. That's very dangerous kappa in Sunya. Buddha Sunya kappa is very dangerous kappa. Or the Chakravarti Raja, like people are not in the king, are not in the world. That is very dangerous. That means evil, every evil things are going on. Uh, Now, you know, uh, in the in this kappa, now kappa has reformed, fully reformed. In this kappa, if you have one Buddha arises, one Buddha arises in this kappa, that is what is called Sara kappa, essence eon. If you have one Buddha only, then that kappa what is called Sara kappa. And if you have two Buddhas arise in the kappa, that what is called Manda kappa, or the best part eon, Manda kappa. And if you have three Buddhas arise in the kappa, that is what is called Vara kappa, or excellent eon. And if you have four Buddhas arise in that special kappa, that is what is called Sara Manda kappa. Sara Manda kappa, you have four Buddha. That means essence best eon. And if you have five Buddhas arises, like in this kappa, we have five Buddhas. That is what is called Bhadda Kappa, or lucky Kappa, or the auspicious eon. Lucky eon or the auspicious eon. Five Buddhas arises. Five Buddha mean Kakusanda Buddha, Konagama Buddha, Kassapa Buddha, Gautama the Buddha. The other one is the Metteyya the Buddha. So Metteyya the Buddha comes, this is the uh, fourth Antar Kappa. In the fifth Antar Kappa, you will have Metteyya Buddha in the fifth Antar Kappa. This is the fourth Antar Kappa of the out of the 64 Antar Kappa. This is the fourth Antar Kappa. now four Buddha arises, risen, and now our Metteyya Buddha will rise in the near, not near future, in the fifth kappa. Okay, and thereafter, you need to know this thing. In our Buddha, mean our Gautama the Buddha, now he has any Buddha, they want to have a Manopanidhana and Vachapanidhana and Manopanidhana, Vachapanidhana and Kaya Vacha Panidhana. Kaya Vacha Panidhana. What is this Panidhana? Panidhana means their resolution, or their aspiration or their determination. If the Buddha, if the Bodhisattva has resolution by deep mind only, that is what is called Manopanidhana. If the if the Buddha, if the Bodhisattva, if the Bodhisattva's resolution or the aspiration by way of word, by way of word only, then what is called Vacha Panidhana. And if you Vacha Panidhana, and the Bodhisattva has both verbally as well as bodily resolution and or the aspiration or determination, that means prarthana. Panidhana means the prarthana. In another word, if you have vacha, bodily and bodily and word, verbally and bodily, that is what is called kaya vacha panidhana. So now in this our Gautama the Buddha, before he became the Gautama the Buddha, he had parami. He had parami from this Matuposaka Veera. Right? You see, from this Matuposaka Veera mean now 20 Asankhya Kappa before. 20 Asankhya Kappa before. You see this 20 Asankhya Kappa. This is the 20 Asankhya Kappa before. He was the Matuposaka Veera. The Matuposaka Veera. And here, this is up to 14 Asankhya Kappa. 20 Asankhya Kappa up to 14 Asankhya Kappa. How many Asankhya Kappa? 7 Asankhya Kappa. Right? 7 Asankhya Kappa. You have, that is the aspiration of the Buddhahood by heart. That means that by mind. That by mind, that is the Manopanidhana time duration. In this Manopanidhana time duration, you have you go to the left side up Deepankara Buddha. Deepankara Buddha means not the our recent Deepankara Buddha. That is the former Deepankara Buddha, 20th Kappa, at the 20th Kappa of the our Gautama the Buddha's Manopanidhana. You have Deepankara Buddha and Brahma Deva Buddha. At that time, those Buddhas are the first Buddhas in the 20th Asankhya Kappa. And you have Nanda, that is what is called Nanda Asunya Kappa. Asunya means you have Buddha and the Pacheka Buddha. Here, if you have Buddha only, or Pacheka Buddha only, what is called Asunya Kappa. So this Asunya Kappa, you have especially Buddha, right? Not the Pacheka Buddha even. Asunya Kappa means Buddha here. Nanda Asunya Kappa. You have 5,000 Buddhas. You have 5,000. You had 5,000 Buddhas in the Nanda Asunya Kappa. And you have Sunanda Asunya Kappa. AK means Asunya Kappa. That means 19 Asankhya Kappa. You have 9,000. Not you have, our Gautama the Buddha has seen. Gautama the Bodhisattva. Gautama Bodhisattva has seen this 9,000 Buddhas. And then you in the Pathavi Asunya Kappa, our Gautama the Buddha has seen, Gautama the Bodhisattva has seen 10,000 Buddhas. And then Manda Asanya Kappa, Bodhisattva seen 11,000 Buddhas. And then Dharani Asankya Kappa, 20,000, uh, yeah, 20,000 Buddhas, Sama Sambuddhas has been seen by our Bodhisattva. And again, Sagara, Sagara, 15 Asankya Kappa, Sagara, that is what is called. Our Gautama the Buddha has seen 30,000 Buddhas. And then other one is Pundarika, sorry. That is Pundarika Asankya Kappa. Our Bodhisattva has seen 40,000 Samma Sambuddhas. So how many altogether you have? 125,000. That means 1,25,000 Samma Sambuddha he has seen within this seven Asankhya Kappa, starting from the 20 Asankhya Kappa up to the 14 Asankhya Kappa. And then this is the Manopanidana time. Manopanidana time means he only get the aspiration, I want to be a Buddha like aspiration uh, only by heart. That means by mind only. That is what is called Manopanidana time duration. And then thereafter, he has Vacha Panidana. He has Vacha Panidana time duration. Vacha Panidana time duration, that means starting from the 30 Asankhya Kappa up to the 5th Asankhya Kappa. Up to the 5th Asankhya Kappa, how many? 9 Asankhya Kappa. 9 Asankhya Kappa, you have, um, you have how many Buddhas? You see, Asankhya Kappa 13, you have uh, Sabba Buddha, Sabba Buddha, sorry, Sabba Buddha. There you have uh, Sakya Gautama, Sakya Gautama Buddha. That means not this Sakya Gautama Buddha. This is also former Sakya Gautama Buddha. From the former Sakya Gautama the Buddha up to what is called Majjhima Deepankara Buddha. Here you can see it in the right side there, Majjhima Deepankara Buddha. Up to Majjhima Deepankara Buddha, you have how many Samma Sambuddha, our Gautama the Bodhisattva has seen, Gautama the Bodhisattva has seen, how many? You can see in the Sabbabadda Asankhya Kappa, you have 50,000 here in the left side. In the left side, you have 50,000. 50,000 Samma Sambuddha has been seen by the our Gautama Bodhisattva. And then you have Sabba Pulla 60,000 has been seen. That is also Asunya Kappa. Asunya Kappa means you have Buddhas. And then Sabba Ratana, again you have Sabba Ratana Asankhya Kappa 70,000. And you have Usabakkhanda. Usabakkhanda 80,000. So you see one Asankhya Kappa, you have 80,000 Samma Sambuddhas. And then Manita Baddha. Manita Baddha Asankhya Kappa, 9 Asankhya Kappa, you have 90,000. 90,000 Samma Sambuddha you had, but still we didn't get the Arahantship. That means you and me still didn't get the Arahantship by our parami, we have low parami. And then we also reborn in this reborn in the human plane or whatever the plane we also reborn. But so you see, we have low parami therefore. And then Paduma Asankhya Kappa, right? In the Paduma Asankhya Kappa, 20,000. And then Usaba Asankhya Kappa, 10,000. And then you can see it coming down. It was coming down now. And then again, Tattuttama, Tattuttama, Asankhya Kappa, you have 5,000. You had 5,000. And Sabba Bahasa Asankhya Kappa, you have 2,000 only. 2,000 only. That means in the Gautama the Buddha's Buddhahood, or the what called the, yeah, our Bodhisattva Buddhahood, in our Bodhisattva Buddhahood, verbally he uh, make this vacha panidan. He make this resolution or the aspiration. That is what is called vacha panidana time duration. That is all together nine asankhya kappa, nine asankhya kappa, and then we move to the another four asankhya kappa of our Buddha's four asankhya kappa. Four asankhya kappa mean in the in this way. For Asankhya mean here in this way, you have Tanhankara, Medhankara, Saranankara, and Deepankara Samma Sambuddha. Deepankara Samma Sambuddha, our Buddha has, our Bodhisattva did the Kaya Vacha Panidana. That means aspiration to the Buddhahood bodily as well as verbally, and that is the kaya vacha panidana. In the kaya vacha panidana, in the final four asankhya kappa, in the first asankhya kappa final, that means fourth asankhya kappa, you have tanhankara, medhankara, saranankara, and deepakara samma sambuddhas. And then again sunya kappa, you don't have buddhas at that time. And thereafter you have kondanya buddha samma sambuddha, kondanya samma sambuddha only in the third asankhya kappa. And then again, Sunya Kappa. Sunya Kappa means you don't have any Buddhas. And then again, you have Mangala, Samma Sambuddha, Sumana Samma Sambuddha, Revata, and Sobhita Samma Sambuddha. That is the second Samma Sambuddha. Uh, all from all Buddhas, our Gautama the Bodhisattva has taken the definite prophecy. Definite prophecy. DP mean here definite prophecy, right? DP mean definite prophecy. He took the definite prophecy of Mangala, Sumana, Revat, and Sobhita Samma Sambuddha as well. And then again you have Sunya Kappa, and then again you have Anomadasi Buddha, Narada, and Paduma Buddha, Samma Sambuddha. This is the final Asankhya Kappa of our Buddha. And that is also, he has taken the definite prophecy from all three Samma Sambuddhas. And then the other part of, for example, uh, 100,000 couples, 100,000 couples. You know, our Bodhisattva's parami time for Asankhya and for Asankhya couple and the 100,000 couples. So final 100,000 couples are were going on in this way. So see, these final 100 couples, Gautama the Buddha's aspiration, Abhinihara, or we can call Abhinihara also. Abhinihara. That is the resolution, aspiration for the Buddhahood. And here, bodily as well as verbally. And Kaya Vacha Panidana, that's what's called. And therefore, this is actually Jataka commentary. According to the Jataka commentary, Gantharamba Katha. Jataka commentary, Grantharamba Katha. If you want to go to see this thing, you can have in the Jataka commentary, Grantharamba Katha, as well as you have this thing in the Buddhavansa, Charya Pitaka, and many commentary, they mention this thing. And in the now we have Varakappa. We have Varakappa in, Varakappa mean only one Samma Sambuddha. Uh, Varakappa, sorry, Varakappa two, we have two. Sarakappa only, yeah. Varakappa, you may have two Bodhisattva. Here I mentioned Padumuttara Buddha, because Padumuttara Buddha, uh, we had Padumuttara Buddha 100,000 couples before we had Padumuttara Buddha. From the Padumuttara Buddha also, definite prophecy. Uh, this is actually, I mentioned in, this is not the Varakappa, this is the Sarakappa. Not this is Varakappa, this is Sarakappa. It must be Sari, it must be Sarakappa, right? This Varakappa, you can keep mind here in the left side Padumuttara Buddha, it is not the Varakappa, it is the Sarakappa. You have not Varakappa, it is Sarakappa, you have only Padumuttara Buddha. And Padumuttara Buddha also, our Bodhisattva takes the definite prophecy. And then you have Mandakappa. Mandakappa, you have two Buddhas, Sumedha Buddha and the Sujata Buddha. And our Buddha take both Samma Sambuddha, definite prophecy. And then you have again 69,999 empty kappas, right? Empty kappas. Thereafter, only Sumedha and Sujata Samma Sambuddha have risen in the world. And then empty kappa again, that is Varakappa. In the Varakappa, you have three Samma Sambuddha, Attadasi, Dhammadasi, and Piyadasi. Attadasi, Dhammadasi, and Piyadasi Samma Sambuddha, all three definite prophecy have been taken by our Bodhisattva. Then you go to the Sarakappa. Sarakappa in Siddhartha Buddha. Siddhartha Buddha. One definite prophecy, that means only one Buddha in the Sarakappa. So you have Siddhartha Buddha. And then you have Mandakappa after empty kappa, right? Empty kappa, you have Mandakappa, Tissa and Pussa Samma Sambuddha. You have two definite prophecy, our Buddha taken, our Bodhisattva taken, definite two from two Buddhas he has taken. And then you have Sarakappa. In that Sarakappa, Vipassi Samma Sambuddha. So one definite prophecy has been taken. And Mandakappa, again, you have Mandakappa. In the Mandakappa, you have Sikhi and Vesabu Samma Sambuddha. And our Buddha taken two definite prophecy. Our Bodhisattva taken the two definite prophecy. And now we are in this Baddha Kappa. In this Baddha Kappa, we have Kakusanda Samma Sambuddha and Konagama Samma Sambuddha, as well as Kassapa Samma Sambuddha, Gautamada Samma Sambuddha. Now all Samma Sambuddha, all four Samma Sambuddha have risen into this kappa. And finally, Mettaya Samma Sambuddha is the one who will reborn as a Bodhisattva and who will take the Sabbanyutta Jnana in the future. In the future, fifth kappa. So Buddha taken, Gautama the Bodhisattva taken from the Kassapa Buddha, from the Konagama Buddha, from the Kakusanda Buddha, definite prophecy, three definite prophecy. So therefore, um, he has taken 27 definite prophecy up to our in this very kappa. So this is the Kaya Vacha Panidhana. Kaya Vacha Panidhana of our Gautama the Bodhisattva. Gautama the Bodhisattva. And then we will go to the now. Now this is the this is also you must know. In the when the Ian reconstitution occurs, you know when Ian reconstitution occurs, firstly there arises a lotus pond at the very place where Mahabodhi Pallanka, that means the seeds of the Bodhisattva arises. Lotus pond. Lotus pond, there arises lotus ponds in the very place where our Mahabodhisattvas, Mahabodhi Pallanka arises. And if one Samma Sambuddha arises in the particular kappa, in the pond, there arises one lotus bud, only one lotus bud, what is called Padumini Gabba. Padumini Gabba. One lotus in that pond where the Mahabodhi Pallanka arises, you have lotus pond. In that lotus pond, if you have one lotus bud in when the Ian reconstitution, that is what is called Padumini Gabba in the Pali, with the ball robes, and other eight requisites. Not only this lotus, one lotus bud arises with the ball and robes, including other eight requisites, also arises. They also arise with this Padumini bud or the lotus bud. And seen in this lotus bud and eight requisites by the Arahant in the Suddhavasa Brahma world. Now they are seen. What happened to the world? They are seen by their Dibba Chakku. Right? They have Dibba Chakku. That means uh, they have a unique eye that by way of that eye they can see every world. So they now they become happy because if you have one at least one lotus bud in that lotus pond, they become happy. Why? Because they say in this way one Buddha, because they know this sign, they know this sign. Therefore they say in this way one Buddha arises in this cup. When the Buddha arises in the world, let's give in due time. And then they will bring that eight requisites to the Brahma world. Uh, Keep it in mind, this is very important. Eight requisites in eight, these eight requisites, they will take to the Brahma world. And when the two Buddha arises, three Buddha arises, four Buddha arises, four Buddhas arise, and the five Buddhas arise in the eon, then the relevant lotus buds and eight requisites arise. Relevant lotus bud mean, for example, when the two Buddha arises in the pond, you have uh, two lotus buds, and three Buddha arises, you have three lotus buds. And if there arise four Buddhas, you have four buds. And if the five Buddha arises, you have five buds. And in this way, lotus arises as well as eight requisites. If you have five Buddha in the cup, five eight requisites arise. Now everything are in the Brahma world. And then when the Buddha comes to the world, they will give that. And these lotus buds arise in one stalk, combining together. Usually, if you have two, three, four, five like thing, they arise in one stalk only. And therefore, now this Sarakappa, Varakappa, Mandakappa, Saramandakappa, Baddakappa. That means Sarakappa only one Buddha. Varakappa, you have two Buddha. Saramand, Mandakappa, you have three Buddha. And Saramandakappa, you have four Buddha. Baddakappa, you have five Buddha. Those five names of the Kappa make known at the beginning of the Kappa. You now want to know this thing. They are now they were at the beginning of these names came. This name came from the beginning of Kappa. Okay, let's move to the another. Now, this is the Asankhya, four Asankhya Kappa summary. Again, Ian destruction by the fire, how it become four Asankhya Kappa now. The time period from the appearance of the great precursor black cloud of Ian destruction up to the ceasing of the fire, that constitutes one incalculable Ian. And then from the ceasing of the fire of the Ian destruction up to great cloud of rehabilitation. That means again after ceasing of the fire, you have again this great cloud, black cloud. That is the rainy clouds. Now you know which rains down upon the 100,000 into 10 million world cycle. That constitutes the second incalculable year. That means second Asankhya Kappa. And from the rehabilitation great cloud up to the appearance of the sun and moon, that constitutes the third incalculable eon. That means the fourth Asankhya Kappa. And from the appearance of the sun and moon up to the reappearance of the great cloud of the eon destruction is the fourth incalculable eon. So now you know in the we can live from the sun and moon appearance, from the sun and moon appearance up to the reappearance of this great cloud of eon destruction. Only we can live. This is the that means this fourth incalculable eon. Only we can live. Before that, we cannot live in the world. So you need to know this thing. So this is the eon destruction by the fire, owing to the fire only. Now, but we have again owing to the water and owing to the wind will be in the next copper destruction and reformation uh, session. We can finish the copper destruction and reformation in the next session. So therefore, okay, now this finish.
Yes.
Today, let's
Sadhu,
talk.
sadhu, Bhante. Such a wonderful
Okay, it's okay.
session, Bhante. I mean, it's such a bliss to hear this, and I know it's like a very, very rare
Sounds.
topic to encounter too.
Yes.
So, Bhante, with your permission, should we open up for question and answer session, Bhante?
Yes, yes.
So please, if you have any questions, please type in or raise your hand so we can unmute you. In the meantime, I want to ask a question. So
Yes.
in the Mano Panidhana and Vacha Panidhana, and so when our Bodhisattva encountered that many Buddhas, so each and every Buddha, he in front of them, he took the aspiration mentally as well as verbally, Bhante.
Yes, yes. For example, in the first seven Asankhya Kappa, starting from the 20 up to 13, 14, no? 14, uh, he get aspiration by heart, sorry, by heart only without telling to anybody. And then in the Vacha Panidhana, by verbally he told by verbally, I wanna be a Buddha, I wanna be a Buddha, but still he doesn't have any, like 10 parami, 10 types of parami, the upaparami and paramata parami. He didn't make. Yeah, he didn't make at that time. Only he himself verbally he can tell. Yeah,
Yes, Bhante. Sadhu,
this
sadhu,
way.
sadhu, Bhante.
Yeah.
So, as we are seeing, like initially when during the Kaya Panidhan, there were less amount of like less number of Buddhas were appearing in that kappa, and then they increased, and then during the Vacha Panidhan too, they went up to like 50,000 Buddhas, and then
Mhm.
progressively coming down, and then we have seen like during this. Last four Asankhya and 1 lakh kappa, we have only 28 Buddhas. So, do we
Yes.
get any references for that, Bhante? Like why those numbers, or is just like, um, I mean, those numbers are drastically down as compared to those.
Yes, yes. Sure. Mm. Drastically come down because of craving, craving because of the hatred, because mainly because of the craving, our craving, and because of our the hatred and the illusion also, moha or the avijja. High avijja. Now our age also become now coming down. That means up to the 10 year, our age coming down in the future. So that means we are full of avijja. We are full of craving. We are full of hatred. So therefore, and our panya, going down now. No increasing panya. Panya mean what is the wisdom? Wisdom is to understand the five aggregates by way of Paramattha level. And wisdom to apply our mind towards the causes of the five aggregate. That means the Samudaya Satya, for the directed to the Samudaya Satya, to understand the Avijja. To understand means to see the Avijja in the mind movement in the first past life, second past life, like that. We don't have that. Now our panya or the wisdom faculty going down to see that thing. Why? Uh, we need we need samadhi before that. Before we understand the five aggregates and their causes, we need samadhi. Samadhi means our concentration. That concentration, Buddha mentioned the jhana concentration first, and thereafter the upachara samadhi or the access concentration. Those what happened these days? These days, everybody, most of them, they condemn jhana. That means they condemn the Buddha's teaching and they condemn the Buddha's sutras because Buddha mentioned jhana or jhana samadhi in in the Digha Nikaya. You may have only Brahmajala Sutta and other few sutta only Buddha doesn't mention jhana. And Majjhima Nikaya, Buddha mentioned jhana. All suttas, maybe around, we can say all suttas Buddha mentioned jhana. And jhana means the highest absorption concentration. And the other Sankhya Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, as well as the Kuddaka Nikaya, Buddha mentioned jhana. And not only that, even Vinaya Pitaka also Buddha mentioned jhana. Abhidhamma Pitaka, Buddha mentioned jhana. So now what happened? Most of the people, because we need to grow up our panya or the wisdom faculty uh, uh, based on the jhana samadhi or upachara samadhi, based on jhana samadhi or the upachara samadhi. But the thing is, now what happened? They condemn this Upachara Samadhi and the Jhana Samadhi, especially the Jhana Samadhi. Most of the learners of the Buddhism, they condemn because they cannot develop this jhana. Because of that reason, they condemn jhana. That means they condemn the Buddha Dhamma. Because of that reason also, our panya now coming down. Our panya now coming down, and then because of that reason also, uh, Atakatha doesn't mention like that. Anyway, Atakatha, according to the Atakatha, our panya is very low because, for example, our how high panya has had venerable Arahant Anand. Before Arahant, he was Sotapanna one, and how high his Panya level, and now after that, no, after that, Venerable Buddha goes, he is not the Arahant or any other attainment. How high Panya he had. But today, what happened? Our Panya is very low. Instead, growing our Panya, what the most people want to do, whatever the Buddha's teaching, they condemn the Buddha's teaching. They condemn the Buddha's teaching. That means we have full of avijja. Based on this avijja, we have craving and everything, every other hatred also. So therefore, those based on our panya. If panya and virtuous people are more, then the more Buddhas coming to the world. Otherwise, according to our karma, it depends on according to our karma. If we have good karma, Chakravarti Raja will come to the world, but no Chakravarti Raja will come to the world at this time. Hmm? Because we our panya is now getting down, getting down. We want to develop panya instead. Got it?
Sadhu, sadhu, Bhante.
Okay. Second photo.
I don't see any hands raised, Bhante.
Yes.
And
Yeah, then we will uh,
can we
stop,
ask
no?
them to
Yeah.
question in Hindi or Marathi, and maybe I can
Yes,
help you.
can.
Yeah.
Can.
अगर आप हिंदी में सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं किंवा मराठी तर मी भंतेंना प्रश्न विचारू शकते तर I'll check quickly in YouTube, Bhante.
Yes, yes.
I don't see any questions, Bhante, in
Okay.
YouTube either.
Then
So,
we will stop then.
yes, Bhante. Oh, yes.
Can I
Yes.
have question? Who? Sudatta.
Yeah.
Mr. Sudatta.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Yes, Mr. Sudatta, you have your chance. Your chance. No? Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. You can ask.
Hmm. I have questions. They're saying.
Yeah.
अगर आपको हिंदी
Maybe
या
written
मराठी
down.
में बोलना है तो मैं
When we have Buddha Metteyya,
ओके
yeah, Buddha Metteyya, this is the fourth, now Asankhya Kappa has how many Antar Kappa? 64 Antar Kappa. Now in this Asankhya Kappa, this is the Samvatatthai. That means the fully formed Kappa now. In the Samvatatthai, you have this is the fourth kappa. Hmm? In the first kappa, you had Kakusanda Buddha. In the second kappa, you had Onagamana Buddha. And in the third kappa, you had Kassapada Buddha. And the fourth Asankhya kappa is the going now. This is the fourth Asankhya kappa. We have now Gautama the Buddha. Gautama the Buddha. And the fifth Asankhya kappa. That means after our uh, after our age become 10, and then thereafter again you have your age become 140 1 into 10 power 140. 1 into 10 power 140 years, your age increases, and then it comes down. Then it gradually comes down up to again 10, again 10. In while coming down, you have 1,000 year and 100 years. 1,000 years and 100 years. In between this time range, age range, 80, when our age comes down from 10 power 140 up to uh, 1 lakh year, and then 80 year. When it comes down to the 80 year, 80,000 years, sorry, 80,000 year, you have you will have Metteyya Buddha at that time. Metteyya Buddha, and his lifespan is 80,000 years. Hmm? At that time only, that means in the next cup, we cannot count that. That's the problem, right? We cannot count that. Our according to our Buddha's aspiration or resolution, or his power of the resolution aspiration, our our sasana will exist only 5,000 years, maybe little more than 5,000 years. Thereafter, you have Asunya Kappa. Asunya Kappa means no Buddha arise in the world till Metteyya Buddha. We don't have, we never know at what years. From the years, we cannot. give the we cannot give. We can say in the fifth cup, when the age become 80,000, 80,000 human age becomes 80,000 only, we have our Meteor Buddha to the world. Uh, I think he may be satisfied or
Do you have any follow-up question?
hmm? Maybe not.
Okay.
Praveen,
Yeah.
okay, Praveen,
Yeah, go ahead, Praveen Dada.
Thank you, Tai.
Mr. Praveen,
Sadhuwad, and thank you so much, most venerable. I'm literally amazed
super.
by the discourse today because generally our aspirations always inspire us, like how these things has happened. So today's discourse is one of that. Like it is, it has raised many questions. Like each of the
Yeah,
word you are told, it has raised many questions in the mind. I have like
yes,
we have a lot of many avijjas to understand all these things, but still I'll try to understand the series of activities happened from the beginning, like as you said, though. So series of activities happen so that this fully developed world is now comes into picture. So is it a plan earlier that this is going to happen, or by accidentally this activity happens and then today we could see the fully developed kappa, as you said? Was it a plan
yeah.
of nature, or was it a plan of somebody like it? Because all these previous actions made this reality happens. So how it is vulnerable?
Yeah, that is the nature, not the person made this thing. That's the nature. Black cloud arise in the sky because of the nature, huh? And black clouds which rains down upon the 100,000, yeah, 100,000 into 10 million world cycle. That's the nature. Nobody does that. Not the pre-plan. It is the nature. That means this sankhara or the formation arises and formations arise as well as formation pass away. That's the nature.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Venerable. But still,
okay.
question comes: is it a programmed? Is it a programmed earlier, or how it is like this is going to happen? Is it programmed earlier
It
by
is
the nature?
not programmed. It is who program, no? Nature only program. It's not somebody's program. It's a that's why this is according to the karma of the being. Buddha mentioned because this can understand only Sabbanyuta Jnana. Sabbanyuta Jnana. That's why the importance of the Buddha to the world. Even if we don't have the Buddha to the world, we also don't know this thing. Buddha only can mention this thing because this Sabbanyuta Jnana is not the simple knowledge, it is an extraordinary knowledge, this Sabbanyuta Jnana. Only somebody has Sabbanyuta Jnana. That means only Samma Sambuddha has this Sabbanyuta Jnana. That means omniscience knowledge. This omniscience knowledge, according to the omniscient knowledge only, uh, this can be found. Otherwise, cannot. That means, for example, our science and this Sabbanyuta Jnana are like like sky and the I mean the difference between sky and the earth, Sabbanyuta Jnana and the scientist knowledge, right? Therefore, here we can't count this by way of scientist because scientists know only a few things. But Buddha's Sabbanyuta knowledge can see everything. Without remainder, he can see everything.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Okay,
sadhu. Most venerable, thank you so
okay,
much. With
okay,
profound
it's okay,
metta, I
okay.
want to thank you so much, Venerable.
Okay. Sukhi hotu, nibbana pacha hotu, dīrgāyu
Thank
hotu.
you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't see any other questions, Bhante.
Yeah. So then we can stop the session today. And then next session, you have how to cover disruption by way of the water and the wind. Then our copper destruction session will be finished on next day. Okay. Then sharing merits.
Yes, Bhante. Thank you so much,
Sharing
Bhante.
merits.
So much gratitude, Bhante, for this wonderful, wonderful session, Bhante.
Okay.
Uh,
Sukhi hotu, nibbana pacha hotu, dīrgāyu hotu.
so,
Uh,
Bhante.
and then I want to thank to the our Dr. Sheetal and Mr. Pankaj Mishram uh, to conduct this Dhamma session to the people. And I want to thankful again to the listeners also because they have had many questions, but we don't have time to describe everything. And you accumulated kusala or the merits by hearing to this Dhamma talk. This is the total Buddha's Dhamma talk. And I also accumulated kusalas by giving Dhamma talks to you. And we want to share these merits to the every being, with the every being in this way. Okay, let's recite this with me. Okay, now idamme punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idamme punyang nibbanasa paccayo hotu. Mama punyang bahagang sabbe sattanang bahajemi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bahagang labhantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.